And we have some light rain at News Radio 810 and 103.1 WGY. Our top story, kids won't be going back to school in New York this academic year.
How do you operate a school that's socially distanced, with masks, without gatherings, with a public transportation system that has a lower number of students on it? How would you get that plan up and running? We don't think it's possible to do that in a way that would keep out for the rest of the year. We're going to continue the distance learning.
Governor Cuomo says a decision about summer school will be made by the end of this month. He also says schools should be working on a plan to reopen in the fall using increased safety protocols. As for some numbers, Cuomo says about 1,000 new cases are being reported daily in New York State. He says 289 people have died from COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. At times during the governor's briefing, horns could be heard honking outside the Capitol. Two protests have been going on there today. One started at 10:30 calling for rent to be canceled. The second started at noon and was organized by the group Reopen New York. They say New Yorkers need to get back to work and restrictions need to be lifted. The chairman is part of the group American Revolution New York and is attending the rally. She tells WGY News she believes Governor Cuomo's policies are an injustice.
He's acting like a dictator, and we're going to stand there not to ask him permission. Everybody that's leaving there is going to open their doors, hopefully, open their businesses, and live their life. Have backyard barbecues, go to the park. He can't fool us.
As of now, the governor's New York on pause mandate, closing all non-essential businesses, is in effect until May 15th. Former Vice President Joe Biden is denying sexual assault accusations from the 1990s. Biden said today it never happened, releasing both a statement and later appearing on MSNBC's Morning Joe. Tara Reid, a former Senate aide who worked in Biden's office, claims he assaulted her in 1993. President Trump is addressing the allegations against Biden. Mark Mayfield has that story.
I don't know anything about it. I don't know exactly. I think he should respond. It could be false accusations. I know all about false accusations. I've been falsely charged numerous times.
The president has been accused of sexual misconduct by over 24 women. He also compared Biden's situation to that of Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh, who was accused of misconduct during his nomination. Mark Mayfield, WGY News.
A message for graduates from the White House. Fox's John Decker has that.
President Trump and the First Lady congratulating the nation's graduates, many of whom are likely to miss graduation ceremonies because of stay-at-home orders and social distancing. The president, in a statement, writing, "Though this season of celebration has been disrupted by the coronavirus pandemic, our country and communities need you now more than ever. Your leadership will be essential in the days and weeks to come in helping your fellow Americans recover from this hardship. You continued your resolve during this unprecedented time will serve you well as you embark on your next chapter." In Washington, John Decker, Fox News.
Tomorrow, Victory Christian Church will distribute 5,000 free face masks plus hand sanitizer and quarantine care packages to families in need. At 4 p.m. or until supplies last, at the Crossgates Mall parking lot. Crossgates Mall management says that people should use the entrance near Dick's Sporting Goods and Macy's, where there will be volunteers to direct them to the pickup site. Visitors will be asked to stay in their vehicles. For more news, listen to The Daily Dive, the big news stories explained, not shouted. Listen to The Daily Dive each day on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. WGY News Time is 3:06. Our next news update at 3:30. I'm Diane Donato. The Sean Hannity Show is next on News Radio 810 and 103.1 WGY. The Capital Region's breaking news, traffic, and weather station.
WGY News brought to you by Fagan Associates. iHeartMedia knows small businesses across the country are facing new challenges during the COVID-19 pandemic. So to help, we put together the iHeartRadio Small Business Crisis Resource, which has critical information, including links of federal and state resources providing businesses with stimulus loans, grants, and other financial aid. We also shine a spotlight on small businesses doing good right now. Visit iHeart.com/smallbusiness to learn more. That's iHeart.com/smallbusiness. Because your small business is big to us.
With over 35 board-certified cardiologists and dedicated team of medical professionals, Capital Cardiology Associates is open for your heart health. Our Enhanced Cardiac Access Suite in Corporate Woods is the only walk-in cardiac clinic in upstate New York. Patients experiencing shortness of breath, heart palpitations, pain receive a evaluation of your symptoms. Our nurses are standing by to answer your questions by phone at 518-292-6000. That's 518-292-6000. Capital Cardiology Associates, caring from the heart, together. It's Chuck and Kelly.
Coming up on Monday, many of us used to dream about working from home. Now that you're doing it, is it all it's cracked up to be? At 7:45.
810-1031 WGY.
All of a sudden, they could turn around and get sued. This has already happened with RSNs, regional sports networks that either going to have the local NBA game or the local baseball game, and now have neither. Then you have LeBron James on Twitter yesterday saying saw reports about execs and agents wanting to cancel the season. That's absolutely not true. Nobody I know is saying anything like that. As soon as it's safe, we would like to finish our season. I'm ready and our team is ready. Nobody should be canceling anything, which I love that. I wish LeBron would have said that when they asked him about playing in front of empty arenas. Look, here's the thing. I think Adam Silver is a decent human being. I think, matter of fact, he's a really good guy. And I do think that he's stronger behind the scenes than he appears when he's on TV. When he's on TV, he just appears to be brilliant, where behind the scenes, I do think that he throws his weight around a little bit. But we say this in sports, it's true in life, it's true in business, and the NBA needs to figure it out. That real leadership is exposed during the hardest times, right? During the most, what's it called? When you have the greatest hardship, that's when anyone can lead. When you're killing, anyone can be the leader of an undefeated team. True leadership is what happens when you've lost 10 in a row. What happens when your league's on hard times? What happens when your league is fractured? Because I'm guessing the owners and the players and the agents that don't want to come back are the ones on the bad teams. What's the point of the Golden State Warriors? They built this beautiful new arena. They already didn't have Steph for most of the year, didn't have Clay the entire year, weren't really trying to win, and they're not going to have any more games at the Chase Center this year. What's really the point for them coming back? They already got the strongest likelihood of a number 1 overall pick. Right? The only reason the Lakers want to come back is because they want a chance to win a championship. The reason the NBA as a league wants to come back is they want to have the type of ratings that you only get when everyone's in quarantine and nothing else is on. And the likelihood is it takes so long for them to get up and running and back into playing shape, let alone playoff shape, that there actually may be other sports competing with them and the ratings might not be as good. Like, there's a lot of logic to not coming back and playing this year and just going, you know what, let's press pause and let's do it right next year. But the fact that you have half the league or a portion of the league saying that's a wrap, and you have half the league or a portion of the league saying, no. Who's saying that? We want to come back and play. This is where Adam Silver has to show greater leadership and get everybody on message. Get everybody on message. The easiest parallel I can make is with politics. Right? With politics. You go back 4 years ago when at this point in time, all of a sudden Donald Trump went from one of 16 people to being the candidate for the Republican Party. And even though there was a lot of I don't like the guy, but I do love the policies or whatever. Now the same is being said for Joe Biden. There's a reason you have to get on message and support one guy. If you don't, if you give people two options, all it takes is
one Green Party candidate we've seen in the past, one third party candidate we've seen in the past, derail the possibility of your winning. Use his shot if you're over during the. That's what you need to tell them. LeBron was off message during the first month or so when he didn't want to play in front of empty arenas, and now trying to get on this thing back to next year. Why would we upset you? Is greater than the revenue return, and the cost could be ridiculously high for some of these players that aren't in peak condition. Go back and look at after Jordan's sixth championship in 1998, there was a long lockout. What happened was, not only did the Spurs win a shortened season and a condensed playoffs, but you had 5 to 10 star players come back out of shape, like a Sean Kemp, and their careers were never the same. Somebody will get hurt in a shortened season. Somebody wasn't staying whether they wanted to or because of situations couldn't stay in shape. There is not the cost benefit. This is actually not a financial win for the league to play more basketball. This does not make fiscal sense, but the relationships with AT&T and Turner, the relationship with Disney and ESPN should be so valuable, as well as the millions upon millions of people worldwide who are yearning for positivity and sports to take them away from the fact that they are either out of work or unable to get out of their homes. It doesn't look good on the printout, but it will pay benefits in the long run. And whatever the decision the NBA makes, having half the league think one thing and half the league the other, this is the challenge to Adam Silver. You can be the world's most brilliant guy, and he is brilliant. You can be one of the world's good guys leading an organization, and he is.
Your information can ping pong. 360 with LifeLock provides all-in-one membership for your cyber safety. It gives you device security, identity theft protection, a VPN for online privacy, and more. No one can for info isn't going to stop bouncing around anytime soon. That's Norton.com.
All states safe drivers are driving safe.
just looking for your guys to do Wednesday trip. I did know that, yeah. You have to know about the first budget trip. You told me about that. I was unaware of that, but yes. I do know what that is. Thomas, did you have to write quick presents for this lady patient about that? You know, that you went through?
I'm going to be honest with you right now, but I think honesty is the best policy. I do not know what that is. I think I did. I just don't know what that is called.
This question is like you get your wife or your baby mom or whatever. You get her a gift. She's going to, wow, we have a scene outside. We have a scene outside. There is no person in the background. And it's very much. She's talking to you with your girl. It's cool on the left side. When you get the dollar back, just to go. Everybody's going to so you're conversating with yourself and everybody who's walking by. Anyway, the idea is get you to everything else. Good talk. Good talk. Yeah. There we go. The draft controversy or conversation at all. But this is important, right? I don't know if his cars are super close and he's telling Brett Favre it's okay for you to say, hey, in your career elsewhere, that you're really unhappy. I don't know if he is really unhappy. I don't know if his unhappiness is likely with Brian Gutekunst, who's their general manager, who said, hey, look, I made the decision not to do it. All they have to do is pick up the phone before this question and then go out and send it back. Yes. Right? This is the way which, if you were like it, the honesty of it feels like it would have been a better spot. So we're going on day 8 of discussion over a quarterback who's not going to see the field this year. He's not going to see the field next year. If you know the Jordan Love story specifically, understand that he's from Bakersfield, his dad was a cop who suffered some mental health issues and actually killed himself when Jordan was, I believe, 14 years old. So here's a kid who held off a disappointing year. He's one of the most talked about guys in the draft. He gets taken 26th overall. He's going to get a chance to learn behind anyone's idol at quarterback who went through the exact same situation. My guess is that Aaron Rodgers is going to help be a big brother or almost a fatherly figure towards the kid and really do what Brett Favre didn't do, which is teach him the ways of the force. But now is the time for Aaron Rodgers to find whatever outlet you'd like. I've had him on before. I don't know if Colin's had him on before. I know Dan's had him on many a time. There's plenty of other outlets you can go to. The guys in Milwaukee who he goes on with, I think on a weekly basis. Just like he said, it's time for Adam Silver to get everybody on message. Time for Aaron Rodgers, who is a superstar, to come out and whatever his take is, whatever his feelings are, however he wants to hear it from Brian Gutekunst, you don't have to hear it from our head coach, our assistant coach, our quarterback coach, from Jordan Love, from anybody else. Hear it from the horse's mouth. If you're disappointed, it's okay. I am disappointed, not because of Jordan Love, just because I think we're close. Right? Or maybe you're not. Maybe this is all a bunch about nothing, right? Like we did sign Devin Funches in the offseason, who's way more prepared to be a star or a huge part of what we're going to do, more so than any of these rookies. Whatever you want to think, we need to put this to bed. Now is the time. We've had a week to have Peter King. The power the rest. Now it's time for Aaron Rodgers to go probably up. Really going to drop in the National Football League since we're there. A lot of drops into the required defense for them. Charles Harris from the Miami Dolphins in exchange for a 7th round pick in 2021. Sounds are busy today. Outbreak for football. Iowa President Bruce Harrell said the school will resume football-related activities on June the 1st. And the hearings will still be done back here. Brett Favre and Aaron have rebuilt the bridge that was broken, that was burned on Sirius XM.
Aaron's situation, when you get to it, so similar. Not take everyone's new. I said, Aaron, do you ever look around in the huddle or in the gal hall or in the meetings and go, I feel like the odd man out?
Yeah, that's part of being majority. Is that the term shout? I don't know about that. I privately. I'm not going to say happy birthday to somebody on social media, right? I actually had their number, because that's really about showing off if you know that person. But if you really know the person, you send them a text or a call. Okay. Well, I think Aaron Rodgers is probably handling this too, right? Now, you're literally the American president in the absence of Steve Kelly, but because we're on a dated conversation we had about a new regime. By the way, now, it ended really poorly this far. Forget about Brett Favre. He actually retired and came back to lead his home. Because they had Aaron Rodgers, and the 2 previous seasons he was like, yeah, I might be gone, and he was like, nah, I'm going to run this thing back. They lose in the NFC Championship game to the Giants. They lose, and Favre really struggled. So at the time, I believe it was
successfully threaded the at around just under 900 patients. Once we hit that peak, we're back. As we go, particularly testing will continue to be a problem.
Heading into the fall, we might see a second wave of
So what we've learned through this process is we've learned how to surge capacity beyond what we would have ever thought. So the ability to double and sometimes triple intensive care unit capacity was a lesson that we now have codified.
The CBS News Times 336. Again, that was Peter Hassel interviewing Brian Danielati, the president and CEO of Central Health in New Jersey. Now,
with the coronavirus, it isn't shaping up to be the best Mother's Day. But that makes it the perfect time to treat mom to something very special. A diamond and gemstone from superjeweler.com. Jewelry starting at only $29 and free shipping. Since 1999, superjeweler.com has made millions of customers happy, and they will make mom happy too. Go to superjeweler.com, click the guarantee for Mother's Day banner, and shop away. Superjeweler.com.
this is our home. We've never seen it look quite like this.
But they will mistake it. And it's our job to protect it. So keep this part of our building, or we can apply it sometimes in the speed.
And the more than 600 VW dealers across America, there you go. It's a community with homes. For more information, visit w.com.
Be amazing. Be generous. Be thoughtful. Become an arm, organ, and tissue donor. There are thousands of New Yorkers who need safe and life-restoring transplants, but they're dependent on us to help. Simply go to idonation.org on your smartphone, tablet, or computer and enroll in the New York State Donate Life Registry. Do it today. Only takes a minute. The iBank of New York has provided the beautiful gift of sight to more than 65,000 men, women, and children since 1944. Go to idonation.org. That's idonation.org. Sign up to be an eye, organ, and tissue donor. It's a gift of faith and life to a fellow New Yorker. Become a donor and sign up today. It only takes a minute to be amazing. Be generous. Be thoughtful. The Eye Bank of New York. It's a gift of faith and life.
WCBS News Time 3:38. Time again for traffic and weather together. Let's talk about a new accident on the Buckner to Tombstone. Northbound side once again, Joe, this time it's on the Hunts Point drawbridge, and Chris called us on the way to Discount Tire traffic tip line, and also Mike too, to let us know that this one is there. Mike, Chris, thanks for letting us know. On the way to Discount Tire traffic tip line, if you see a problem, it is 212-975-8888. By the way, the left lane on the Buckner is blocked. Southbound side of the FDR, that is jammed up as getting down through the 20s, doing some road work there. Next traffic update less than 10 minutes away in WCBS. Well, let's get that forecast here from meteorologist Bob Watson. The showers here early this evening. Parts of the region of thunderstorms later tonight for clearing low 50 watts. And it's a sunny clouds tomorrow. Pretty good weather tomorrow afternoon, high 72. 8 miles tomorrow night, but today I'm mostly cloudy with a couple of showers, especially loaded by those 56. Sunday looks to be another warm day, clouds with occasional sunshine. The showers would not be ruled out, but mostly rain through 75, 75. It's cloudy in town right now. The temperature is 64 degrees. 64 up in Yonkers is 65 in Suffern, and 60 over in Ridgewood Creek. WCBS News Time 3:40. Of these 33 states will be these coronavirus restrictions. However, some states are extending orders despite protests against lockdown. Other Evans knows this. In Michigan, the Democratic governor extended the state's coronavirus emergency declaration by executive order Thursday night, after the Republican-controlled legislature declined to do so.
The worst thing we could do is to abandon all social distances, to pretend like we are done with COVID-19 and resume life as it was.
This after defiant protesters again demonstrated that the state's capital demanding change to the statewide stay-at-home order. At least 6 states recently extended their lockdown orders into May.
The federal guidelines expired at midnight. Coronavirus has laid bare problems with our food chains, with no restaurants and crowd gatherings. Everything that would have been headed that way is going to wait. Conversely, there's now a shortage of meat at grocery stores because coronavirus easily spreads among tightly packed workers at meat processing plants, forcing the plants to close. The Trump administration trying to force these plants to continue to operate regardless of social distancing rules. Jim Kakula has more.
Smithfield Foods, the world's biggest pork producer, has told a judge in Missouri it's working as quickly as it can to comply with federal guidelines that are intended to slow the spread of coronavirus. The company says it needs some flexibility in an industry where people typically work side by side. A judge in O'Fallon, Missouri is considering whether to issue an injunction requiring the plant to abide by new federal guidelines.
So since there's either no market or no way to get these animals to market, farmers are being forced to slaughter healthy animals and dump the carcasses. All this while people are starving. It's 3:41.
And it's 2 times more absorbent than the leading ordinary brand, so you can get back to getting caught in the wet.
Moving to world events. Hyundai Assurance is back. If you buy or lease a new Hyundai by April 30th and lose your job this year due to COVID-19, we'll cover your payments for up to 6 months. As the current owner financing through Hyundai Motor Finance, we have a program to protect you too. For a Hyundai family, we've got your back. To learn more, go to HyundaiUSA.com. Hyundai Assurance. Also requires financing through Hyundai Motor Finance. Restrictions apply and proof of job loss required. See dealer for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2020. WCBS News Time 3:42. Plaintiffs to support NASCAR is holding 7 races in a span of 11 days. The 400-mile Cup Series event will kick things off on May 17th. 3 of the races will be run at Darlington, the other 4 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. NHL's plan to reopen in 4 centralized cities was reportedly shot down by players, and the NBA would need 15,000 tests before it could return. But Commissioner Adam Silver told teams he didn't want testing for players or staff who are asymptomatic. Meantime, the U.S. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell told the Louisville radio station WLCL he wants college football and baseball back on the field. It's 3:43. These are unprecedented times, which are causing a lot of stress and financial worry for millions of Americans. But here's some good news. If you owe back taxes to the IRS, Optima Tax Relief can reduce the stress in your life by helping you resolve your tax debt right from the safety of your own home. Make no mistake, you don't want to ignore the IRS right now. They can take your paycheck and everything you worked so hard for. But with Optima on your side, you may qualify for help that saves you thousands. Their tax professionals specialize in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. Optima is incorporated with the Better Business Bureau and has resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for taxpayers across the nation. So now's the time. For tax help you need, for tax help you trust. Call Optima now for a free consultation. Call 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. Optima Tax Relief. No restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hi, New Yorkers. This is Help You Care Doctor, Swedish $5 from urgent message. We want you to stay calm to stop the spread of coronavirus. Do not go out the basics like groceries and medicines, practice social distancing, and keep at least 6 feet of space between yourself and other people. Avoid crowds and events. Put distance between yourself and others in line at the store and on the street. For less than the city, text COVID COVID.
Infinity for Marvin Installation. Good afternoon, I'm Joe Albert. This weekend's show is 345 number 1. New York State keeps its schools and colleges closed for the rest of this academic year. Distance learning will continue. A decision on summer school will come later this month. Number 2. Mayor de Blasio will start opening 100 miles of city streets to pedestrians and cyclists, closing them to traffic. 40 miles will open to pedestrians this month, with the first 7 miles closing to vehicle traffic Monday. And number 3, New Jersey's recorded more deaths from COVID-19. Set to reopen this weekend in the Garden State. WCBS reporter Mac Rosenberg on the news line with us right now. Mac, give us some of the parameters for these reopenings.
So, Joe, obviously social distancing is first and foremost here. For parks, visitor centers, picnic areas, bathrooms, exercise stations, and playgrounds are still going to be closed. It is not a requirement to wear a face covering, but Governor Murphy is still asking people to do so. And parking lots are only going to be accepting half of their normal capacity. As for golfing, only 1 person per golf cart, no more than 2 players per game, unless there is a family playing. All contact with the golf course as far as making reservations and payment will be done electronically, and it's expected that golfers will sanitize all the equipment they're using.
So what then do you think this will mean for the future?
Well, it's the first sign, really, of a light at the end of the tunnel here as far as reopening the state. Governor Murphy talked about a month ago when he first had to close down the parks. It was the first weekend of April. The weather was beautiful, and, people were out in droves. He says this weekend is going to mean a lot. Sort of a temperature gauge as to how well people can practice social distancing while still being able to do something enjoyable. He's continuing to assess the viability of reopening other things, and he says right now outdoor activities have more latitude than indoor activities.
What about school?
So, this is, something that the governor is going to address next week. Schools have been closed in New Jersey since, I think a couple of weeks ago at least now. They're closed until May 15th. Governor Murphy says that he's going to talk about the remainder of the school year and make an announcement on that maybe as soon as Monday.
All right, I'm Mac Rosenberg, hearing from Governor Murphy. Thank you so much. WCBS News Time 348. That brings us to traffic and weather together. Let's check in here with Jim Feldman.
And Joe, construction to watch out for in Clifton on Route 46 on the eastbound side, right at that merge with Route 3, and we do have delays going back into Little Falls right now. Moving well on Route 4, Route 17, 16's A-OK, the Parkway, the Turnpike, they're all good. Remember, on the Turnpike and on the Parkway, cashless tolling is in place. If you don't have Easy Pass, they'll mail that bill and they'll put that bill in the mail for you. Goshen, you've got trouble right now in Orange County, both directions, Route 6, Route 17, by exit 122A. You've got some flooding. The left lane is affected with that. Roosevelt Parkway northbound closed between the Sprain and exit 3, and that's because of flooding. And in Rockland, southbound on the thruway by exit 15A in Suffern, you still have an accident there and still have a lane shut because of that. Northbound side of the Merritt Parkway, a little slow as you're getting to and across the Sikorsky Bridge. No trouble, though, on I-95. And our next traffic update less than 10 minutes away on WCBS.
Traffic and weather together, sponsored by 1-877-8-ABUSED.
Were you abused? The law office of Phillips and Paoluccelli is ready to hold childhood sexual predators accountable. The clues.
Now let's get that forecast this evening. Then clearing later today. 56 Sunday warm, a little more clouds and sun. Tonight at 51. Joe?
Thank you, Bob.
WCBS News Time 3:50. In his first public comment today, Joe Biden says he unequivocally did not assault a former staffer, Tara Reid, when she worked in his office back in 1990. With us now is Bloomberg White House correspondent Jordan Fabian. First thing we noticed, Jordan, is that as Biden denies the charge, he's taking a very different approach from President Trump when he was alleged to have assaulted women. Biden's not attacking Reid or disparaging her, no character assassination.
Trump, who came from the world of New York tabloids and real estate, and his first instinct was when you get punched, to punch back twice as hard. Biden comes from the world of Washington D.C. politics and is following a pretty familiar Washington playbook when it comes to these allegations. Going on air to deny them, and also sort of pumping the brakes on attacking the accuser specifically.
Now he's really asking for reporters to investigate. He wants the National Archive to dig in, to search in its files. Will the reporters pick up the gauntlet here and investigate this?
Yeah, this story has really picked up some legs in the past few weeks. It didn't really receive a lot of attention when Tara Reid first came forward with the allegations, but now this has become a moment, and Biden is facing pressure from women's groups and Democrats to respond, and I think you're going to see heightened scrutiny now that he has addressed it. And one thing that reporters and Republicans might focus on is the fact that while he's saying to the National Archives, look at our papers, he's not authorizing the release yet of his Senate papers from the University of Delaware. So that might be an area of scrutiny in the weeks and months ahead.
So will this dog him, you think, right until November, or is this just going to become a footnote in a long campaign?
Yeah, it's hard to say right now. You have Tara Reid making the allegations. You have some contemporaneous people backing her up. But at the same time, we've seen, as 2016 proved, that you have these allegations floating out there in the case of President Trump, and he showed there's an ability to sort of steamroll through them and still win election. And so we'll have to see if Biden can pull off the same feat.
Right, has to see where the focus for the campaign is. Will it be on the economy? Would it be on coronavirus? Would it be on allegations? I guess that's really where it boils down to, isn't it?
Of course, and right now this election seems like it's going to be a referendum on whether President Trump can pull the nation out of this pandemic and also restart the economy, which is taken. Thank you.
WCBS News Time 3:53.
With Dr. Lederman, the best prostate cancer treatment is Dr. Lederman's custom-tailored prostate cancer treatment is most logical. See the surgery, the Lederman, for a fresh and free booklet DVD. Super convenient, 38th and Broadway in Manhattan. Dr. Lederman is New York's only Harvard-trained, triple board-certified radiation oncologist. Call 212-CHOICES, 212-CHOICES to meet Dr. Lederman for custom prostate cancer treatment.
We're all in uncharted territory, looking for ways to support our communities. At Dell Technologies, we're making sure small businesses have the right tech solutions. Dell Technologies advisors are here for you, from helping small businesses stay connected and productive while working remotely with Windows 10 and Microsoft Teams, to rapidly deploying remote work solutions that limit upfront costs with Dell Financial Services. We're standing by you every step of the way. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
The latest Gallup poll shows support for President Trump is falling, but can you really believe the polls? Now Newsmax is conducting an urgent national poll asking Americans Americans if you approve of President Trump's handling of the crisis. It's easy to vote in Newsmax's poll. Just text the word FISH to 39747. That's 39747. Your opinion counts, and Newsmax will share the results with Congress and the media. So text FISH to 39747 and vote now. That's 39747.
State Farm understands everyone is living a new normal. To any customers currently facing financial burdens, call your State Farm agent or go to statefarm.com because they're here to help. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
3:55 at WCBS. That's time for Bloomberg Money News. So let's check in here with Bloomberg's Tracy Junkin.
Heading for that closing bell, Joe, and the Dow is falling 689 points. NASDAQ's down 299. S&P's down 89 points. United Airlines, a big part of the losses, is holding out hope for a substantial recovery later this year, but it's bracing for the possibility we'll see no meaningful revenue. Also your neighbor, your kid's coach, the friendly face next door, the person dropping off food to a friend in need. We're part of this community, just like you. And we know that we'll get this. Safe. We work hard and refresh as the day winds down. Unified cares, providing you and your home with the absolute. Visit unifiedhomeremodeling.com.
Which means you're going to start telling your kids to clean up before the cleaning lady comes. Doesn't make sense, but you're the parents and they're the kids. You're going to start telling them that now too. Good news is, it's easy to bundle home and auto through Progressive and still run your car insurance. And there's your opening to remind them who pays the bills around here. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Navien tankless water heaters, the proven leader in condensing technology. Request a Navien because you deserve the best in endless hot water delivery. Learn about Navien's condensing tankless water heaters and find a Navien contractor at tanklessmadesimple.com.
WCBS News Time at 3:58. That brings us to traffic and weather together. It's where we go every 10 minutes on the 8th. So let's check in here with our Jim Bumper.
And Joe, eastbound side of the Cross Bronx Expressway by Jerome Avenue, still have an accident there. One lane is shut. Traffic is back onto the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. Also now, both directions of the Deegan Expressway on the ramp to the eastbound Cross Bronx. That's jammed up too. In fact, those northbound delays on the Deegan all the way back to about the Madison Avenue Bridge. Harlem River Drive is jammed up southbound from the Madison Avenue Bridge to the RFK. Back to the Bronx, getting reports and seeing it on ways to a new accident on the Bruckner Expressway. This time it is southbound by the Hunts Point Drawbridge, and while it has been pushed onto the shoulder, you've got traffic delays going back to the Bronxwood Parkway. Moving well in Queens on the Grand Central. Eastbound LIE is a little slow as you're getting into Queens Boulevard. BQE is jammed up as well on the southbound side, starting at Flushing Avenue all the way onto the Gowanus by Hamilton Avenue, and still have the delays on the outbound Gowanus and the inbound as well between 92nd and Fort Hamilton Parkway with the ongoing road work there. And here's the weather forecast.
A shower or two around this evening, even a gusty thunderstorm, then some clearing later tonight, low 51. Warmer tomorrow, becoming breezy. Sunshine mixing with clouds, high 72. There could be a couple of showers tomorrow night, low 56.
64 is our temperature in town right now. We've got a cloudy sky with a little sun popping out. It's 57 in Yorktown Heights, and it's 63 in Wisconsin. And I'm Joe Avila. See you in 1 hour.
This is WCBS and WCBS-FM HD2 New York.
Governor Cuomo announces schools and colleges in New York will remain closed for the rest of the school year. Governor Murphy says social distancing will be key as New Jersey parks reopen this weekend. The FDA has just granted emergency use authorization for the drug remdesivir to treat the coronavirus. Joe Biden denies sexual assault allegations. At the closing bell, after its best April since the 1930s, the Dow is down 640 points. Partly cloudy, 64 degrees on Friday, May 1st. Good afternoon, I'm Michael Wallace. CBS News is next.
More than just the headlines. This is WCBS News Radio 880.
It's 4 o'clock.
CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by the Capital One Eno Card.
I'm Pam Coulter in Washington. Demonstrators for and against stay-at-home orders faced off in Chicago today. That is about 3 dozen states eased coronavirus restrictions. CBS's Ian Lee says some Texas businesses are reopening with restrictions.
Restaurants, malls, and movie theaters can operate at 25% capacity. We're open. We take care of our staff. That's a step in a positive direction. Oklahoma is reopening hair and nail salons today.
Friday and Saturday are booked up. And we even have 2 clients who are going to drive from Arkansas.
Arkansas's governor will decide today when salons can reopen.
The city feels that we have to protect our educators.
The courts have been to have is delay and more delay, and ultimately we're going to have this to retrial.
After a gap of more than a year, standards
Boston, Washington, Portsmouth,
Senate staffer terrorism protection amid lower churches moved up at 94.
brought to you by 1.com. Largely classified into the 70s. 4:03 at WCBS. Governor Cuomo has decided schools and colleges in New York State will remain closed for the rest of the school year. Here's WCBS's Rick Lamb.
With the reopened schools, without gatherings, with the public.
From now, the governor indicated he'll make a decision about in-school attendance in summer school by the end of this month.
Long time away.
Rich Lamb, W. has the latest from Governor Murphy.
The governor says a good weekend will
Behavior of people ignoring social distancing.
and Murphy says he won't hesitate to close up again if that happens. As far as enforcement goes, state and park police will be out, but State Police Superintendent Pat Callahan says people should be on the lookout for rule breakers.
If somebody's too close to you at a park or not wearing a facial covering, which is recommended, we're hoping that us New Jerseyans say, hey, we're trying to keep these parks and golf courses open. Let's all wait.
Mac Rosenberg, WCBS News Radio 880.
Connecticut will allow some reopening May 20th, but it won't be like flipping a switch. WCBS's Sean Adams sorts through the plan.
May 20th, Connecticut will commence an incremental reopening plan. Outdoor dining only. Here along Greenwich Avenue, a few restaurants already have their al fresco tables and chairs ready to go. Hair and personal care shops can accept customers once again, but they will have to observe social distancing and sanitize constantly. Governor Ned Lamont.
That's conditioned upon making sure we have the testing, making sure we have the contact tracing, and I'll be particularly interested in looking at what's going on in Georgia and Oklahoma and some of those states that have sort of a 2-week, 3-week head start on us in terms of 4-week head start on us in terms of opening up a facility like that to make sure we don't see any surges or spikes in there.
Meanwhile, the AFL-CIO wants more consideration for its members, union workers on the front lines. More PPE, expanded workers' compensation coverage, and more input on the governor's reopening committee. In Greenwich, Sean Adams, WCBS News Radio 880.
Update from Nassau County next. It's 4:07 at WCBS.
It seems like just yesterday when I captured my son's first steps, or when we recorded his soccer games on VHS tape. Those moments are gone. What the old home movies and pictures don't need to be. That's why my son created Legacy Box.
That's right, Mom. Over 800,000 families have used Legacy Box to digitally preserve their home movies and photos.
Simply fill Legacy Box with your old camcorder tapes, film, and photos. They will professionally digitize and send them back on DVDs, thumb drives, or the cloud.
With families staying close and Mother's Day around the corner, it's the perfect time to get your Legacy Box and save your family's history. After all, few things are as important as protecting your precious memories. Give your mom a Mother's Day present she'll never forget.
Plus, Legacy Box is offering a 50% discount.
Order your Legacy Box today. Visit legacybox.com/gift, and for a limited time, get an incredible 50% off your order. This is one of the best discounts we've offered. That's legacybox.com/gift for 50% off. legacybox.com/gift.
Now more than ever, news about your money matters. The businesses that may open first when the time comes, maybe. Listen for money news at 25 and 55 on WCBS from the Sunwave Gas and Power Business Desk. Sunwave Gas and Power. Power your universe with the Tri-State's all-star energy supplier. Checking a crash on Harlem River Drive. up with that. And also, traffic delays, it's backed up all the way to the Madison Avenue Bridge. Southbound FDR, that was emergency construction near 23rd. That had a lane block, but that also has been cleared. You've got delays Brooklyn bound on the Brooklyn Bridge. Your other East River crossings into Brooklyn, okay. Your East River crossings into Queens looking pretty good as well. In the Bronx, however, trouble on the southbound side of the Bruckner, a crash by the Hunts Point Drawbridge, and eastbound on the Cross Bronx by Jerome Avenue. That's an accident as well. Hudson River crossings, all three are A-OK into and out of the city. Trouble now in New Jersey and Piscataway, northbound side of 287 by exit 8. Some police activity that is in the right lane. Trouble also continues in Rockland County. Southbound New York State Thruway by exit 6A in Suffern, there is a crash. Both directions, Route 6, Route 17 at 122A in Goshen, some flooding in the left lane. And in Westchester, Bronxville Parkway still closed on the northbound side from the Sprain up to exit 3, and that's because of flooding through that area. Next traffic update less than 10 minutes away on WCBS.
Now to the Weather Center. Good Friday afternoon to our chief meteorologist, Craig Allen. Some people getting pounded this afternoon.
That's right. Yeah, I was just listening and about, where there's flooding, and obviously it makes sense based upon what I see on radar with these showers and thunderstorms. And others right now have sunshine and are sitting around and saying, what's all this talk about downpours? Well, there are plenty of showers and thunderstorms. More and more starting to fire up as we go through the late afternoon into the evening hours. Or in the Garden State Parkway, places like Tinton Falls and down around Wall Townships. Now we have a cluster of thunderstorms that's special showers right over the city. Strong storms from Toms River, and those are moving generally east into the water, and there are other showers that continue in parts of the Hudson Valley. So there you go. In the suburbs, and this is in time to give us a good. There will be a slight chance of a shower anytime during the day. Otherwise, a mix of sun and clouds. It'll be in the 70s. Better chance of showers.
The Hall, COVID-19 hospitalizations have decreased for 16 straight days in Nassau County.
Part of reopening Nassau County is increasing testing. County Executive Laura Curran says antibody testing will.
The Morelli Center, which is a county OEM facility and other county facility in Bethpage. Again, it's by appointment, it's voluntary, and it's covered by insurance.
What we have to remember.
It's things like beaches, parks, boardwalks, things that are really attractive and draw people, attract people, but can be a place where contagion is spread. So we have to look at what happened in Orange County, California. They opened the beaches, they saw what was happening, everyone like magnets and steel was drawn to the beaches all together, and they had to shut them down again. We don't want to do that here.
Sophia Hall, WCBS News Radio 880.
WCBS News Time 412.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans and Rocket Mortgage. During the challenging times we're all experiencing, our top priority is the health and safety of the communities we serve. And while it's true that things are changing rapidly every day, one thing that'll never change is our commitment to giving you the best mortgage experience. At Rocket Mortgage, our guiding philosophy of every client, every time, no exceptions, no excuses, exists for times like right now. We understand that hardships may arise, and we're prepared to help. If you currently work with us and need assistance with your mortgage, contact us 24/7 at rocketmortgage.com. As we all think about ways to save money, let me remind you that mortgage rates are near historic lows. If you think right now is the right time to refinance your mortgage, our home loan experts are available to help you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rocketmortgage.com.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. And NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Number 3030.
At 413, quick check of sports on WCBS. NASCAR is going to return with 7 races in 11 days starting May 17th. There'll be 3 races at Darlington, 4 at Charlotte. No practice or qualifying events, just right to the races. The New York Post reports the NHL has pulled back from its plan of reopening in 4 centralized locations. There was too much player pushback, so now they're looking to play games in each team's home city. The players were unwilling to spend months in hotels and cities away from their families. If and when baseball returns, the umpires will be there. They've agreed to a deal with MLB calling for a 30% pay cut this year. 413 at WCBS.
Balance of nature. Changing the world, one life at a time.
Balance of nature, no question. Your product's a great product. I mean, it's very, very good. I own a couple of businesses, so I'm on the go a lot. there's no doubt that the energy level increased. So again, your product is very, very good. I couldn't live without it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the information. And when you talk to Dr. Howard, doing my best and tell me he's got a great, great product.
Don't wait to see what getting over 10 servings of whole fruits and vegetables every day can do for you. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Start your journey to better health today by calling 1-800-2468-751 or by going to balanceofnature.com. Again, that's balanceofnature.com. And make sure to receive the special radio offer by using discount code ALLNEWS.
During this unprecedented health crisis, Route 46 Mitsubishi is open for online sales and service. And the health and safety of our community and employees is our top priority. To learn more about our safety precautions and service hours, visit Mitsubishi46.com.
You're never more than 15 minutes from the big stories on WCBS.
Good Friday afternoon. I'm Michael Wallace. Three things to know at 4:15. One, Governor Cuomo is keeping schools and colleges closed for the rest of the school year. He says schools will have to submit reopening plans for his approval. Number two, Governor Murphy signing an executive order relaxing the in-person requirement for marriage licenses and for working papers for minors. He says video conferencing weddings will be allowed. In-person ceremonies are also allowed, but with social distancing. And number three, in Connecticut, Governor Lamont says the state's facing a $900 million deficit this year and $2.4 billion deficit next year because of the coronavirus shutdown. It is May 1st. The rent's due today, though some tenants have been staging strikes. On the east side, they've been rallying. Albany, too. Here's WCBS's Marla Diamond.
Tenant advocates say Governor Cuomo's current rent moratorium doesn't adequately address the dire situation many New Yorkers find themselves in. Sia Weaver is a protest organizer with Housing Justice for All.
We're calling on the governor to cancel rent payments, to suspend rent payments for the duration of the COVID crisis, and to urgently rehouse homeless New Yorkers.
At the same time the protests are held in Albany and New York City, tenants at dozens of buildings throughout the city will unfurl large banners with pleas directed at Governor Cuomo. Jonathan Weston is director of New York Communities for Change.
We just feel like it's not enough to just sit inside and say the governor needs to do this, that we need to actually be out in the streets and we need to be pushing them to cancel rent for every New Yorker.
On the Upper West Side, Marla Diamond, WCBS News Radio 880.
City fire inspectors are suing the FDNY for not providing personal protective gear during the pandemic. Their class action suit claims their low salaries compared to those of building inspectors are another example of racial discrimination within the department. The city insists the FDNY has provided fire inspectors with the safety gear they need. COVID-19 hospitalizations are down in the tri-state, but there are concerns about a second wave of the virus. Our Peter Haskell spoke to the head of a hospital system in New Jersey.
The biggest concern today is the same as 6 weeks ago and will likely be the same 6 months from now.
Testing will continue to be a problem. It is the Achilles heel of what is going on in healthcare.
The entire supply chain is broken.
This notion of just-in-time delivery of supplies does not work in a pandemic.
Frank's body is creating its own stockpile to prevent future shortages. His hospitals are now at almost half their peak capacity.
Together on True Green, here's Jim Feldman. And Michael, on the southbound side of 287 in Piscataway as you're approaching exit 8. That's back to no issues on the Garden State Parkway. I-280 is moving well. 78, that's a nice ride too. Westchester County, Bronx River Parkway on the northbound side. Now it is just one lane that is blocked between the Spring and exit 3 as that flooding there is starting to subside. But again, still do have that right lane blocked. And flooding also continues in the left lane, both directions of Route 6, Route 17, right by that exit 122A overpass in Goshen. And guess what they set up in Connecticut at I-95? Yep, it is construction on the northbound side, getting past exit 8 in Stamford. At least one lane is blocked.
Times are challenging right now in New York.
but True Green knows the grass will get greener. Call 877-461-0427 or go to truegreen.com/radio to save 50% on your spring application. True Green, we'll take care of your lawn, you take care of
Hitting, you are seeing heavy rain that's causing some localized flooding. You heard Jim just talking about that. And so you've got this batch that runs from the Amboys and Woodbridge and Lower Staten Island down the Jersey Shore. Some of the worst right now, some of the heaviest are from Toms River on south, but that's not moving up towards the city. That's actually moving generally east out into the water. We have additional showers that are running from about the Putnam and Westchester border, the Rockland Orange border on north into the rest of the Mid-Hudson Valley. So those are there as well for the evening hours. But it's a mild 70 tomorrow, and then mostly in the day, these 5-day forecast. Severed miles says the focus will be personnel in really great numbers, so they're reaching their strength in terms of in May, 100 overall in the course of this crisis. And again, the first 7 miles of street will be on Monday. Business owners and possible future business owners might hear good ideas and very much enjoy listening to our podcast with Kevin O'Leary of Shark Tank. I asked Kevin why he thinks Shark Tank's been so popular for years now.
What are you watching, Joe, when you watch Shark Tank? You're watching the pursuit of freedom. What does it mean to be successful in America? It's not about the greed of money. It's free, your freedom. But you can't do that unless you have financial success in America. That's our system.
You get a much fuller impression of Kevin O'Leary and also get an idea of why he's been so successful. Hear Mr. Wonderful of Shark Tank on a special WCBS Small Business Podcast on the radio.com app. Or just go to WCBS880.com/spotlight. I'm Joe Connolly for Bloomberg and WCBS News Radio 880.
During these very challenging times, Peerless Boilers wants to extend best wishes to you, your families, and especially those on the front lines of healthcare. Peerless Boilers is open for business and ready to assist you with all your heat and hot water needs. And Peerless Boilers is thrilled to announce a new addition to its lineup, the Pavilion Tankless Water Heater. Now get all the hot water you need and save plenty of money on your fuel bill. For more info on the Pavilion Tankless Water Heater, visit PeerlessBoilers.com. And remember, Peerless Boilers.
1,000 tires in stock. So we sell Continental tires at prices so low, they can't be beat. We guarantee it. Plus, when you buy Continental tires at Town Fair, we give you more free services for life than any other dealer. For the guaranteed best deal on Continental tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
This is John Greenhout, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, Power Swabs is the answer. In 5 minutes, you'll see 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. Even better, there's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab for about how great you look. Try it risk-free. 1-800-679-0969. That's 1-800-679-0969.
On that edition. That's the feeling with Capital One. We're a new savings account. Rate. Capital One NA member FDIC.
5 minutes. It's 4:25 at WCBS. Time for money news from the Sunwave Gas and Power Business Desk. Here's Bloomberg's Tracy Jonke.
Michael, after one of the best Aprils in decades, a gloomy start to May.
Tracy, we're having trouble hearing you. You might be away from your mic or something. Everything turned on?
After one of the best Aprils, do you hear me now, Michael?
A little better.
Okay, well, we've had one of the best Aprils in decades, and then the gloomy start for May. The Dow drops 622 points, 2.5% to 23,724. The NASDAQ down 285 points at 8605. The S&P's down 82 points. Amazon straight up warns that it will probably post a loss this quarter as it spends to keep workers safe and fill all those online orders. ExxonMobil posted its first quarterly loss in some 30 years and sees a slow recovery ahead. United Airlines said it's planning for zero demand and eventual job cuts when restrictions tied to federal health end. And another issue, the prospect of more tariffs against China, as the Washington Post says the Trump administration is looking to punish China for its handling of the coronavirus. With Money News at 25 and 55 on WCBS, I'm Bloomberg's Tracy Jonke.
It appeared one morning,
A message written in chalk on the sidewalk in front of an RWJ Barnabas Health facility. It couldn't have been simpler or more accurate. It said, "Heroes work here." 3 words that captured their courage and our gratitude. To support our emergency response fund, visit rwjbh.org/heroes. And for them, please stay home and safe.
New Yorkers are a tough bunch. We can deal with a lot, like the subway and traffic, but one thing we won't stand for is inferior coffee. And that's why Chock-full Nuts has been a New York favorite for generations. It's not pretentious, honest-to-goodness premium coffee. It's how we start our day, and it's why we're always so pleasant even when times aren't. So here's a tip of the coffee cup from Chock-full Nuts to everyone in and around the 5 boroughs who are going above and beyond to get us through these tough times. You may love us, but we really love you.
In business today, being ready is more challenging than ever. As you work to keep your doors open and employees and customers protected, Cintas is here to help. Our trucks can deliver essential supplies like soap, microfiber towels, disposable gloves, paper towels, toilet tissue, and safety glasses. We can even sanitize your restrooms. We'll serve you with the speed and dedication you need. Learn how Cintas can help your business stay ready at Cintas.com.
At CDW, we get that wireless printing can leave your network vulnerable.
That's why I never take my eyes off our printers. I haven't blinked all day.
That's gotta itch.